everyone. My name is Jonathan Stevens with Audio Advice. Welcome to our monthly live stream. We are super excited to talk about all things Audio Advice live today, and we have some incredible special guests that I'm going to introduce to you here in just a minute. So for those of you who don't know, Audio Advice Live is back for our third edition, August 2nd through the 4th in downtown Raleigh at the Sheraton Hotel, and this year it's going to be bigger and better than ever. 3 years ago, I believe it was, we came to some of our special friends in the industry and sort of pitched this idea of what if we did this really cool show in downtown Raleigh. We invited all of our industry friends. One of the first folks that I spoke to about this idea is an industry veteran and, more importantly, an industry legend. It's David Solomon. And he was one of the first ones to just grab onto the idea. And since then, he's been a tremendous evangelist and a tremendous partner for Audio Advice Live. So, David, thank you for joining us today. And thank you for being such a big supporter of Audio Advice Live.
Well, you know, we've been friends with Audio Advice for like, I don't know, 35, 40 years now. So this was like such an easy decision to come and support you guys. Everything that I've ever seen Audio Advice do in the past, it's always superlative. It always turns out a little better than I thought it would. And the show was absolutely no exception. In fact, it was so much better than I really thought it could have ever been. So, you know, super proud of you guys. This will be the third year. We're very proud as Qobuz, as a company, to support and to sponsor the show. Most of the people there will be using Qobuz. We'll be giving away free trials, and we're just happy to be there. I love coming in and doing the flash DJ sessions at in the different rooms, and you know, I'm looking forward to you guys' big kickoff. That was a huge blast of the first 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll unpack some of those things here in just a minute. But and again, you know, thank you for being such a tremendous supporter. For those who don't know about Qobuz, you know, we use it in all of our showrooms. We'll be using it almost exclusively at the show. But for those who maybe have a streaming service and aren't familiar with Qobuz, what can you tell them about it?
We've got a lossless streaming service with a lot of high res up to 24/192. Basically, we play bit perfect through your DAC. So it's like having, you know, a few million records right in. It just sounds fantastic. So most of the industry has adopted Qobuz as their official streaming partner, and we couldn't be more pleased. It was a dream of mine. Yeah, I mean, years ago we were going, will there ever be lossless streaming? And you know, no. And then finally, you know, a few years ago, lossless started coming in, and about 6 years ago, Qobuz opened up in the U.S. Since we've taken up to 27. We're now in 27 countries. We've from 5 to 27 countries. So it's growing like crazy, and it's basically through the support of the industry, because we believe that's probably one of the most important things we can do is support the industry. So, you know, when it comes to like Audio Advice Live, this was a total no-brainer for us. Not only do we think you guys have got something really kind of cool going, we have a total blast when we come. So there's no reason not to come. It's just a great show. So we're looking forward to it, and come by and listen to Qobuz on all these cool systems, and then take one home free for yourselves.
Yeah, so we're going to be giving away a year-long subscription here as one of our giveaways. So let me touch on that really quick. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the comments. We can see those questions. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're streaming this on some other platform, we can see all of those questions coming through. We'll get to some questions as best we can. If you've got a great comment, let us know where it is that you're joining us from. It's great to see folks from all over the country and even all around the globe that dial in on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis when we do these live streams. So we at Audio Advice are going to be giving away a pair of Peachtree powered bookshelf speakers. The M24, the brand new version, the M24X, $400 value. You can pick black or you can pick bamboo. So we'll be giving those away at the end for a big giveaway. David is going to be giving away a year-long subscription to Qobuz. Again, millions of songs at your fingertips, high res. It's incredibly awesome. We use it again, like at all of our stores, at our show. It's going to be a ton of fun. And then as we bring on some of our brand partners that we're going to be introducing to you here in just a minute, they're going to be doing some additional giveaways too. So this is a live stream that you absolutely don't want to miss, and you're going to be glad that you've been part of. Let me also quickly introduce Nick Rich at Audio Advice. We don't have a dedicated team for Audio Advice Live, but as someone on our team said, we have a Audio Device Live team that is very, very dedicated. So Nick is one of those folks on the team who really helps work both behind the scenes, and he's also going to be hosting one of our panel sessions at Audio Device Live. So Nick, thanks again for joining us and helping us really unpack what we're going to have at the show this year.
Yeah, absolutely. David, also thank you for joining us today.
Happy to do it. I don't have a kayaking appointment for about 50 minutes, so I'm all yours.
All right, we'll get to as much as we can here in the next 50 minutes, and we'll make sure we let everybody go right on time. So those who maybe haven't seen, like I said, we're going to be giving away this Peachtree pair of bookshelf speakers, which is a lot of fun. David mentioned we kick off Friday night. With the show is open from 10 to 5 on Friday, and then all of our brand partners, all of our press partners, all of our consumers that are at the event head over to the Lincoln Theater, which is about a block away. It's awesome. We take over the whole theater. We have this really over-the-top kickoff. This year, we've got a 12-piece Motown band. It's going to be a ton of fun. And then we do we do a big kickoff and keynote session with Scott Newnham, who's our CEO, where we really announce a lot of products that are brand new in the industry at Audio Device Live, either a North America debut or a world premiere at Audio Device Live, right before holiday season, which is a lot of fun. So that's something that if you come to Audio Device Live, you will be invited to join us as well. If you'd like to come to Audio Device Live, we're going to drop a link to where you can register to Audio Device Live. And we're also going to give away a 50% off coupon code that's good until the end of the day today. So if you want to register, you can save 50% off on a 3-day pass or on a daily pass. With that said, let's bring on our first guest. So David, why don't you kick it off and let everybody know a little bit about, I know you're a big fan, but you're also an owner of one of these great products. So why don't you introduce our first guest today?
Yeah, we've got Alan and Andrew from Martin Logan, two of my favorite guys in the world, and they make some of my favorite speakers. I use them a bit more unconventionally than most people would use a Martin Logan speaker. In fact, this is where I am right now. You're looking at sort of the opposite direction of that, but I got a pair of 11As right at my desktop, and I got to tell you, it may be the best desktop system in the world. I've never heard anything like it, but it's just so much fun. And when I talked to Alan about this, I said, Alan, this is what I want to do. And he's going, you're totally nuts. This is not.
I'm still right about that, by the way. You are totally nuts. That's so true.
But in a really cool way. I love these speakers, but I've been a big Martin Logan fan for years, and I'm super happy to not only have the speakers in my house, but Alan and I talked a couple of weeks ago, and we're going, we're going to be right beside each other at Audio Device Live. Why don't we just combine the booths? We know you're going to be using Qobuz, and you know how much I love Martin Logan, so we're going to actually be there together. And I think right when you walk in, you'll see the big speakers. I'll let Alan and Andrew talk to you about the speakers they're going to have, but they are just absolutely amazing speakers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Welcome, Alan and Andrew. Yeah, tell everybody a little bit about Martin Logan and what you guys are going to be showing off at the show this year, or what you can at least tell us about. I know you're going to keep
Exactly. Well, first of all, thanks for having us, guys. And, again, this is our third year as well. We're really excited. Last year especially was very memorable for all of us. We had a really good time. Audio shows can have a pretty big crowd variance. But the people, the vendors that are always at these events in the last couple of years has been just amazing. Even the area where the hotel is and the hotel itself did an amazing job. So I know I'm excited. I think Andrew over here is excited.
I mean, last year was my first year going, and I was blown away from start to finish how high energy the entire show was, and just how approachable it was, because you could see anything from affordable headphones to stuff that costs more than a house, and it was just and everything in between, and it felt really high energy. It was just a lot of fun, so I really enjoyed my time, and I'm glad I get to go again this year.
And everyone from beginners to audio experts to you name it is their families. It's just a really, really good atmosphere. So I can't encourage and people to come enough. It's just a really, really great event. So kudos for you guys and the background work that you do on this for all of us. It's just amazing. So we appreciate that. Now, from our perspective, we're coming pretty big this year.
Just a little?
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, it's those of you that remember Last year and the year before, we of course had the Neolith, which everybody always looks forward to seeing there. And once again, we have our Martin Logan evangelist / Qobuz guy there, Mr. David Solomon. I don't know what he's saying. He's frozen in time, as you can see there, but I'm sure he's playing something really cool like he always does. So those bad boys will be back this year in a slightly different location. We'll have them outside, kind of in the elevator area right outside of the Pin Oak room, if I remember correctly. Like David said, we'll be streaming Qobuz live off of there, kind of doing some DJ sessions of our own. I'm sure David will show up from time to time as well and play some of his awesome music. And then we will have another room upstairs, similar to what we did last year, with a 2.1 system that will be doing some 2-channel music off some motion bookshelves as well. And then what's in the theater room in Pin Oak this year, Andrew?
Just a little system. We dug deep out of our product portfolio and we're bringing something really special. So we're going to have, this is the room where the Neoliths were last year, 2 Renaissance for the front channel, which is essentially our speaker right underneath the Neolith. We've got the biggest center channel I've ever seen, which is our Illusion. It's actually a floor standing center channel. We've got ESL-X for surrounds and surround backs. And for the first time, I think that we've ever done is Sistines in the ceiling. Somehow you guys are going to rig up a contraption to put in-ceiling speakers in this ballroom for us. So we're going to have a 7.4.4 Atmos music experience system, as well as a 133-inch screen with an 8K projector. So we'll be able to showcase not only immersive audio for music, but immersive audio for movies. So really enveloping system. Did I get anything?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Are we going to?
Three different areas. You'll have the Neolith with David and Qobuz right at the top of the stairs, right where main registration is. Somebody in the comments said they loved seeing the Neoliths last year.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in the tower, you're going to have another room, and then again, your big theater room. One of the things that's so great about the Sheraton Hotel is they literally let us take over the hotel. We run Atmos wire. We run wiring in the ceiling of these ballrooms. How many different Atmos theaters are we going to have, Nick, this year?
So I think we're going to have 8 total. So yeah, we're going to have guys in there wiring. Last year we had a party where we all set and cut ceiling tiles. So it's always a good time.
So that's what it really tries to make this show stand apart from a lot of other shows. There's some great audio shows. We go to many of them all across the country and across the globe. But I think what makes Audio Vice Live really different is we certainly check all the boxes in terms of high performance 2-channel and stereo. But you're going to see some amazing home theaters, some more affordable, attainable home theaters, and then you're going to see home theaters all the way up to probably approaching $500,000 with some incredible screens, 4K, 8K projectors, and again, full surround sound Atmos theaters. So Alan, Andrew, we really appreciate what you guys are going to be bringing this year. It's going to be awesome.
We absolutely wouldn't miss it, and maybe we'll bring something new too. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
Yes.
So I've heard, but we'll make sure we share a little bit more about that as we get closer to the show. David, what did you love most about what Martin Logan had last year? What are you looking forward to seeing the most this year?
Well, they've got my favorite. They've got my favorite electrostatic speaker there, the Neoliths. I mean, I absolutely love those things. And these guys think I'm nuts because I won't listen to them in a normal chair. I'm the guy that's going to be down there in between the speakers. Literally, my seat was if I turned around and set my butt down right there, that was my seat. I love a near field Martin Logan. So that's going to be one of my favorite things. But one of the things I did want to say that is just kind of a glaring hole with most shows that we go to, all of the shows. I mean, every show in America, I'm there and we're sponsoring it. But you know what I very, very rarely see? Any home theater. And the thing I noticed about, and that's kind of real life, right? A lot of people like multi-channel sound. And then that's one of the things that I really dug about Audio Advice Live. You don't see that very much. That doesn't really benefit us at all at Qobuz, but I mean, it benefits real life. That's what people really do. So if you want to come and see some of the really coolest surround systems, immersive systems, this is a fantastic place to do it. I can't think of another show that I could say, hey, go to this show and you'll see the best of a Martin Logan surround sound system, because it doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we really appreciate it. And again, a huge team effort to pull this off. Alan and Andrew, you guys were kind enough to offer up a giveaway as well that you're going to share here in just a minute. That's a pair of, was it the Foundation B2s, correct?
Foundation B2s and whatever the winner chooses finish-wise. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. So maybe tell us quickly a little bit about the Foundation B2s.
B2 is actually the largest bookshelf in our most recent speaker release, the Notion Foundation series. So uses our little AMT thin film tweeter. We've got a nice waveguide with it, available in 3 beautiful finishes. So you can pick any color as long as it's one of the 3 that we make.
Yes, right. Very cool. Awesome. So the winner that we'll do for that is going to be, I don't have the name here, but CDH, whoever CDH is, said that they loved seeing the Nihilist last year at Audio Advice Live, which is awesome. So
thank you, CDH.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll contact you and we'll share the Foundation B2s. Alan, Andrew, thanks again for joining us. Thanks again for being such a big supporter of the show. One of the last shows we were at, you guys had a really cool T-shirt that you had made with like all of like a concert series with all the different.
We will have more of those. We're talking about this right here, actually. Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. And Audio Advice Live was obviously one of those key dates. For those of you who have asked in the comments, it's going to be August 2nd through the 4th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, August 2nd through the 4th at the Sheraton downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. We can't wait to see you there. Alan, Andrew, we can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks again for joining us. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
See everyone there.
Thank you.
Awesome. David, I'll let you introduce our next guest as well. I know someone you've known in the industry for a long time and is also a really good friend.
We've got such a great industry, don't we? I mean, really, we truly are. It's such a small industry. Most of us are friends. This next guy, I've known Kevin maybe for about a decade now. A terrific guy. One of the really cool things about Audio Advice Live is you never get to see people like Kevin Zorro. You get to see 4 levels down, but you really very rarely get to see people like, Alan Tarrant or Kevin Zorro. These are the guys that are making the big decisions. These are the guys that sort of decide what you end up getting and how it's marketed and how they interact with you. And so I'm super proud to know Kevin, call him a friend, and he's literally the head of one of the biggest audio companies in the world, Masimo. And so come by, meet this guy, because when else are you going to get to? And I can pretty much tell you, you won't get to. So stop by and see Kevin. He's got so many awesome brands. I'm not going to sit here and mention the brands because I don't want to take anything away from you, Kevin, but please throw out the whole gamut with everyone that you guys are working with, and let us know what you're going to be doing at Audio Advice Live.
Well, thanks, David. That was a hell of an introduction. And it's not very often that I'm speechless, but that got me speechless. And then again, it means a lot to me that you consider me a true friend, because I consider the same. I think it's been more than 10 years, by the way, but who's counting? So. And I'm looking forward to working with you a lot closer in the future. We'll just leave it at that for the time. But we're super excited, David. As you mentioned, I run the audio side of Masimo, and for a lot of you out there, probably don't even know who Masimo is. You've known us as Sound United in the past. Before that, maybe the D&M group, but we've got a whole slew of incredible brands, world-class brands, starting with, from the speaker side, from I say top to bottom. I don't mean it that way, but we'll say good, better, best. We have Bowers on top. We have Definitive Technology there in the middle, really on the theater side. Then we've got Polk Audio. On the electronic side, Class A, Marantz, and Denon, and then we've got a wicked cool ecosystem that ties all that together in Hios. And we're gonna be showing you guys who are coming to Audio Advice Live a little bit of all of this. We, I think, as Alan had said before, this is our 3rd year as well, Jonathan. So I remember when you first talked to us about this. I think at the beginning we were probably like, man, is this possible? It's been tried so many times and really no one succeeded, and you guys just knocked it out of the park. And
I will say, when we went around to a lot of our different brand partners like David and Kevin, obviously like you, I think you were one of the first, if not the first, key partner that I went to and said, hey, we have an idea. What do you think? And, you just were all in, incredibly supportive, and really helped make the first year such a tremendous success. And, every year you guys have only leaned in more and really stepped up every year more and more. And you guys, you're like the platinum sponsor this year of the show. And you guys are going to have
it's an incredible event, and again, others said it before. I mean, there are very few events that you go to. I mean, we as you know, in the industry, we have multiple trade shows we go to, but this, I mean, we enjoy this as you know, audio enthusiasts as much as we do as working for our organizations, and we love to, you know, talk to the end consumer about the cool things that we're doing and get their feedback as well. So we're super excited. I can't wait to be there. I think Jonathan, you know better than I do, but I think I'm going to be on one of the panels again. I'm looking really forward to that. That'll be my third year in a row as well. So
yeah. So thanks for touching on that. So we have 5 panel sessions. We have 1 on Friday, we have 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. So Nick will be hosting one of the panel sessions on Friday. Scott Noonan will be hosting one on Saturday. I'll be hosting one on Saturday. Leon Shaw, who's the original founder of AudioVice, will be hosting one on Sunday, and then we'll have a 5th one on Sunday as well. So, you know, industry experts like yourselves, you know, incredibly well respected, some of the most, you know, biggest thought leaders in the industry on these panel sessions. You know, our name is AudioVice. We really try to reflect that and represent that in the industry. And so we have the huge privilege of being able to have some of the, you know, biggest thought leaders in the industry being part of these panel sessions that are, you know, the rooms are packed, which is incredible to see. And so thank you to everyone who's dialing in, who came in the past to really support these, not only the show, but these panel sessions. It certainly means a lot. So again, thanks, Kevin. Maybe you can share a little bit about, you know, what it is that you guys are going to be showing off this year. Like you said, you know, from top to bottom.
Yeah, we're coming. I mean, you know, we're coming in bigger than we did last year and much bigger than we did the year before. I think that, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, Jonathan, that we brought in a sample of the Nautilus. And that's, yeah, there we go right there. So just, I mean, beautiful. We try to get that as close to the Audio Advice color palette as we could.
Right. That's right.
But that was just a static sample. This year, I am really, I mean, thrilled, pleased, put whatever name you want in there, whatever word. We're going to have a pair of Nautilus working. And, you know, this is this speaker is celebrating its 60th anniversary. It's iconic. Anybody who sees it, who hears it, is just blown away. We've got a double stack of Class A. So we'll have 4 Class A Delta mono amps driving, you know, 2 for each speaker. We'll have the brand new Delta Pre, which features our new, you know, the HEOS streaming module in there. And we're playing high resolution music all day long. We can't wait. So that's really special. Then we're also going to do, I think for the first time, we're doing a full-blown, I guess we did this last year, but we're going to go even bigger. We're doing a full-blown 800 series theater. So we'll have a pair of the big 800s, the 800 center channel, the 800 surround backs, multiple subs. And again, all Class A amplification. And the head unit there is going to be the Marantz AV10, which is just, you know, world renowned. And you talk about, you know, $7,500. It's expensive, but you know, compared to what it does, it's actually an incredible value for that particular piece. So that's going to be running that. I think actually, not to disappoint anybody, but I think the favorite thing that I'm bringing is actually the new DT Dimension CI theater. So we're going to have a whole invisible theater. We're going to set up a structure for there. It's all in-wall, in-ceiling stuff being run by Denon, by a cool Denon receiver. It's mind-blowing what you can get out of a speaker system like that. So that'll be the for you guys exclusively. We can't wait to do that. And then we've got then we'll have a really cool 2-channel system with our brand new Marantz M1. It's a little streaming amplifier. I think there's a picture of it somewhere around here, but we'll be driving a pair of, there we go, a Bauer 700 series speakers. Don't let the size fool you. This thing is everything about hi-fi. It also happens to be an incredible streamer, but this is based on a combination of the technology in our Model 30 integrated and our Model 40 integrated. So we've taken all that technology and put it into a really cool package. So is it at home in someone's den or office as it is in a really cool 2-channel system, and we'll be driving a pair of Bauer speakers on that as well. So super excited to be there, to be a part of this. We also I did want to do a quick call out to our friends at Audio Quest. They are actually giving us the wire for every system we have, and so I don't actually know if they're there as a partner, but okay, well, good, because we're going to be showing off their stuff for sure. So. Super excited. Again, if any of you out here in the world have not seen this or have not been to Audio Advice Live, you got to check it out. It's
Audio Advice Live is going to be cool, but I got to tell you, I've been in this industry a long time, and I think I've seen the Nautilus being played once. So this is going to be like, if you are an audio fan, this is an iconic speaker that you just don't want to miss. And the thing is you don't get to see this. I've never seen this at an American show.
No, we've never done it before. We've never done it.
Yeah, so
we've had you know, samples like we had in Audio Advice Live last year at one of the other hi-fi shows, but we've never done a live active demo, and so it's we're fired up about it.
I am super far. What are you using for the front? What did you say you're using for?
So
the
we're
front
going to
end?
use the brand new Delta Pre, the Class A Delta preamp, and then we're going to be doing a double stack of Class A monos. So 2 monos on each side.
Okay,
So,
I'm going to put you on the spot right here. I want to come and do a flash DJ on that system.
well,
Come on,
let's do it.
give it up.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Can't wait to see him.
I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've never heard of active or powered. I'm sorry, I've never
They're
heard
so crazy good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard anything like it. They just totally disappear.
They're incredible. I mean, the cool thing is you think about that speaker, and again, I mean, I said 60th anniversary, we're talking about Bauer's 60th anniversary, but you think about that particular speaker, and that was the foundation. When John Bowers designed that, it was all about how good could you make it, and all the stuff we learned from there is in all of our speakers since that point in time. And there will be people that'll argue about a new speaker is better than an old speaker. We can argue all day long, but there's something super cool about a '69 Camaro and a 2020 Camaro. They're very different, but they're
yeah, for sure. Nick, as Kevin mentioned, you guys are showing off whether it's definitive technology all the way up to your big Bowers theater. Nick, maybe you can unpack a little bit more about this flagship theater that these guys are going to be part of.
No, we've been working with the team over at Masimo, kind of putting this together, kind of get the whole room shaped around what this theater is going to be. I mean, this is on the video side. We're working with just a small projector called the GTZ 380 from Sony. It's right around 88,000 before a lens. So that's going to be shooting onto a 170-inch 240-to-1 screen. So we're going to have that set up. We're going to have a riser in the room. So that's the cool thing about these is, I design home theaters all day, as part of our design team. And so whenever we look at these, we're like, okay, well, let's try to set this up like we would a home theater if it was in this room. And so we've got, a riser set up, theater chairs, massive screen. So it's going to be really cool. And then I like how you guys are showing off different price points too. So you got the definitive technology side. I know you guys prefer definitive over def. That's a hard. I know, I'm so bad about it. But no. So I'm really excited to see that. That room's going to have an Epson LS12000 projector in it. I think is what we're going to go with, and a 150-inch screen in there. So just a little bit smaller, but still a big screen. So we're excited, and I'm just stoked about the Nautilus. Last year I was like, can we hook up this display Nautilus? And I was like, all right, let's just sneak and listen to it in mono. I want to hear it so bad. And looked, it didn't have binding posts, so that got vetoed. But I'm excited to hear it this year.
Well, we're super excited to be there. So
yeah, well, thanks so much again. Your whole team is just incredible to work with, and we're super fired up about it. So thanks again for supporting in a big way. And Kevin, you were generous enough to offer up to give away a pair of the
Pro Pros.
Yeah, $349 value, correct?
Yeah. So, and we will have those at the show as well. Last year, actually, we used Audio Device Live to kick that off. It was the world premiere, and we brought in 50 or 100 pairs. We had a special offer for your customers, and I'll check with the team to see if we're doing that again. It's an incredible headphone. You actually have to listen to it to understand what it does. So I'm not even going to go in there and talk about that. You guys come by and see us at the booth, and we will blow your minds. I know, David, you have a pair, so they are spectacular, and it's just you got to hear them to believe them. So
they're so much fun. I really, really love them. They go on every trip with me now. I'm never without them, and they actually sound good when I'm talking to my wife on the phone.
Yeah, they're very good for that. But again, they create a personal profile for you that's like nothing I've ever seen. And we all think we have perfect hearing, and then you put these things in, they do the calibration for it, and you're like, and they give you an aura, if you will, and you're like, I hear better than that. And then you put them in, you can turn the filters on and off, and it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
We're going to give those away to Bill Sinclair. I hope I said that the right way, who loves his Marantz receiver. So Bill will reach out to you to give you a pair away of the Denon Pearl Pros, $349 value. And, Kevin, again, thanks so much for giving those away. Thanks so much for being a huge supporter of this event and this show, and for your, incredible partnership. And we'll see you here in just a couple short weeks.
Can't wait. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. See you soon. All right, time's flying by, David and Nick. This has been a whole lot of fun. Up next, we'll bring on Marcus Buckler. Sorry, I said that right. From the Premium Audio Company. Let's bring on Marcus. We'll get a drum roll. Hopefully, he's ready to go backstage. There he is.
There we go.
Marcus, thanks for joining us. I will say one of probably the best demos. I think you were with the company only a few short days, and you gave one of the best demos that I saw at the entire show. Incredibly well prepared, scripted, just absolutely nailed all the key points. And so if you are at Audio Vice Live, I'm sure they will come see you and see some of the demos. So welcome. And again, super impressive because I think you'd only been with the Premium Audio Company for a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks at most. Right?
Yeah, it was day two.
Day two.
Yeah, day two.
You must have had a crash course. So for those who don't know Premium Audio Company, I'm sure they know a lot of the brands that they can see right there behind you. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about Premium Audio Company, and then let's dive into what you guys are going to be showing off at the show this year. And again, thanks again for joining us. You guys are a tremendous partner and do an awesome job. We're super excited to have you.
Yeah, and thank you guys for having me. It's a privilege to be here. I love your guys' show. Last year was my first year, and to say I had a good time was an understatement. We had a couple rooms running some awesome demos. For this year, under Premium Audio, which are the brands behind me, we're going to be featuring two of our larger brands. So we have Onkyo and we're going to have Klipsch. So both of these brands been around since 1946. They're both founded the same year. And we wanted to highlight that for the consumer. And what I love about your show is the consumer is at the heart of it. And in our demo rooms, one after another would come in and not just have a great experience, but show us their Klipsch system or show us a picture of what they're going to add on next. And last year, they really wanted to see the new subwoofer lineup. We had two rooms. We had the big room with our heritage products, which was incredible. And then we had a smaller room where we just had a 5-channel reference Premier system with 2 subs. Now, granted, those subs were 800-watt, 16-inch reference Premier subs, but that system ripped. And it was, for a customer, it's around $10,000. So it's very affordable. And that's what we wanted to do for you guys this year. So in true Klipsch fashion, we wanted to take that demo and that system and turn it up to 11. So we're going to do, just like everybody else, a 7.4, which is carry the 2. That is 11. Okay. And we're going to add a .4. So 7.4.4. So we're adding 4 subs, and not just smaller subs. We're going to add 4 of these 16-inch 800-watt a piece subs. So 3,200 watts of subwoofer coming at you. And to quote my brother Andrew Lindsay at Martin Logan, that's a lot of ugga-duggas coming in the room. So that's going to be awesome. For the system this year, we're keeping the Pinnacle front, left, and right as our RP 8000. Now, we do have the 8060 with the Atmos toppers built in, but because you guys are awesome and apparently you own the hotel for a week, you guys are wiring in some Pro 180 reference Premier in-ceiling speakers. So we will have 4 Atmos channels, followed by our left and right 8000, the largest center channel we have in the reference Premier line, the 504C. So that has 4 copper mid-bass drivers, and then the Tractrix titanium tweeter in the middle. And that is a lot of sound coming at you. For surrounds, we didn't want to go small. So we went with full towers. So we have the 5000 series, the RP 5000F for the surround. So it's going to be a lot of copper woofers. I think that, if I counted right, was like 16 copper woofers in the room, along with 7 of our legendary Klipsch horn tweeters. It's going to be a great experience. Now, for the power behind that, we wanted to go with a straight flagship product from Onkyo, and that is the very well-reviewed RZ70. This product is one of my favorites. I have it in my home. It is a 140-watt, 11-channel with an additional Zone 2 and additional Zone 3 powered. That can do THX. So any customer coming into our room is going to get the level of output you'd expect from a cinema, along with the visual that you'd expect from an IMAX. It is IMAX enhanced as well. We're going to have a TV, but a very, very large TV in the room. Again, we want customers to picture this system in their home. How can I make this happen while staying around a different budget than, let's say, our brothers at Martin Logan up the hallway? With this system too, along with THX and IMAX Enhanced, we are Works with Sonos certified. So for a lot of customers that already own those wonderful speakers and a great platform, you can control this system the exact same way you do a Play One or an Arc. Keeps it very simple, which is awesome in today's industry, that we can get that level of simplicity on a system that can be that big.
Yeah, awesome. It's going to be an incredible system for sure, especially in that room. It's going to be rad. And to your point, you mentioned obviously a tremendous audio system. And again, we're trying to bring a lot of these experiences to life the best we can in a hotel environment, which is hard to do. But I think if you come to the show, you'll see that these are incredibly immersive experiences, which are going to be awesome. And we've got, Nick, do you remember is it the 97-inch or 98-inch LG?
Yeah, that's a LG. I think it's a 97-inch LG display, and we're still pending the model, but that's going to be in there. So, I mean, I think that it's pretty often that Klipsch is used with both projectors and televisions, but they're a really common speaker to have in living rooms, just based off of how good they look and everything. So, that's it's going to be a stepped up living room, so a big living room.
Yeah,
but it'd be a theater, so it's going to sound fantastic, and you guys blow it out, knock it out of the park every year. So, we're really excited to have you.
We're excited for this year, and that we are using the bigger room where the Heritage product was. So if you don't know where that is, when you walk into the Sheraton, you'll go up one flight of stairs to that main room or main floor, and you'll go left and a quick right. And at the end of the hallway is where our room's going to be. Now, in that room, one of the biggest testaments to what we're doing, there are windows in that room with a high ceiling. The cool thing about Onkyo is we have Dirac Live full bandwidth license built into these products, which means it's already downloaded. You don't have to pay an additional fee for it. And that's for any product in the Onkyo lineup that has the Dirac symbol on the box. The other cool thing about it is we're going to run that calibration with the subwoofers as well, that's an additional cost for a customer, but we're going to do a multi-sub calibration. As we all know, the bass is usually the issue with the room, and we're going to have 4 massive subs in that big room, and I think you're going to be pleased with how it sounds.
Yeah, and it was funny. I was actually just talking to Gene over at Audioholics. He's in the process of testing out the RZ70 right now, and he was just blown away and impressed by it. He said it was a fantastic piece.
Yeah, he actually just came out with a new video on it. I think he just dropped.
Did it just drop?
Yep, just dropped. So check that out on Gene's channel. He does a great job. I think he links to our page for the actual RZ70, which is awesome. Marcus, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Like I said, you guys, PAC, the Klipsch team, the Onkyo team, are going to bring it in a big, big way. We're super, super excited. And Marcus and his team do an incredible job, just really demonstrating exactly what you need to hear, what you're listening for when you do a demo. You do a fantastic job, which is going to be awesome. Marcus, you pivoted on me right at the end there in terms of what you're going to give it away. But is it main lines? Jesse said you got the vibes, and I couldn't agree more. So what is it that you guys are going to be giving away today?
So we're going to do one of our lifestyle products, the One Plus, and I'm going to go Henry Ford on this one, just like the Model T. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. So it's a great product. I love it. I have one in my kitchen. It features Bluetooth 5.3, so it has broadcast mode built in, which means you can daisy chain multiples even outside of that ecosystem. So you can do a lifestyle product or some of our Bluetooth portable Music City products and pair them together. It's great. It's full stereo in a small footprint. So you've got bass radiators in the back, full stereo in the front. It gets loud. And the coolest thing, it's the new look. So it's premium materials, soft edges, cloth wrap around it. And then it has a metal, cold to the touch feel. So it's that very premium look and feel. I love that product. And we're going to be giving one away for you guys. And I kind of hijacked that. So I still got to tell my marketing team about it.
Yeah, that's right. Executive decision there. So as you said, when you walk up the stairs right by the main registration, you're going to see David and you're going to see the big Martin Logans right there at the front. And then just down the hall, I'm sure they'll be able to see some of your signs to come check you guys out.
Are you guys going to have the big Paul Klipsch stand up that you had last year? That was a really good way to find Klipsch.
Well, if we weren't going to have it, we definitely are now. No, he comes with us. He's like our little mascot. We bring him with us everywhere we can. I love that one.
I took a picture of it with him last year. So
very cool. Very cool. Marcus, thanks again for joining us. Please give our best to your team. We can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Marcus.
All right. We are just absolutely running through this, which is going to be a ton of fun. So last and certainly not least, we've got Travis Huff joining us from Lenbrook. There he is. Travis, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. This is fun.
Absolutely. We're super excited to have you guys. You guys are, you've been a big part of the show the last couple of years. And again, you guys are up in the game even more this year. Just real quick, for those who maybe don't know who Lenbrook is, maybe you can tell us a little bit about Lenbrook, and then we'll jump right into what you guys are going to be showing off this year.
Sure thing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Lenbrook is a great company. I've had the pleasure of working with so far for 12 years. It's a family-owned Canadian company out of Toronto, and Lenbrook owns and operates 3 brands: NAD Electronics, which you can see behind me, PSB Speakers, Paul Barton designer, a 50-year-old company, PSB Speakers, Dolly Speakers, which we import and distribute from Denmark, and then last but not least, Blue Sound, Blue OS ecosystem, also about 11 plus, almost 12 years running. It's our baby, built it from the ground up, and it's one of the most, I think, one of the most fantastic state-of-the-art high-res ecosystems that are out there. So we're so pumped to be with you guys again for the 3rd year. This is, like the other guys said in this live stream, it's such a breath of fresh air. You guys do it right. You do it well. You're new at it, and you're on the right path. So we're just super pleased to be a part of it.
Well, thanks a lot. We really appreciate it. We try to make it a lot of fun. Again, it's like all of our friends showed up at the party, so we try to make it a good time. And again, it's a great way for us to engage with a lot of our lifelong customers that have been part of Audio Advice for decades, and have the ability to meet a lot of our new fans and followers. We've got a big YouTube channel that for folks from all over the country, when they're coming through Raleigh, always try to stop in and say hello, which means a lot. And so this is a great way to meet some of those folks in person as well. So we're super excited. In the past couple of years, you guys had one of our tower rooms. This year, you guys are moving to a bigger room on the first floor. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are going to be showing off this year?
Yeah, I'm excited to tell you about some things. I'll start with some of the NAD products that you guys embraced and really helped us to launch over the last 9 months or so, and that is the NAD M66 preamp DAC streamer. Once again, state-of-the-art technology from NAD Electronics. Yeah. NAD stands for New Acoustic Dimensions, and they've always been all about music first. And this piece totally shows all of that. Along with that, we'll be driving that with a couple of the Master Series M23 amplifiers. And we're super excited to pair that with our Dolly brand has a brand new series called the Rubicore series. And Rubicore actually is just coming out at the beginning of August. And we're excited to have Audio Advice Live to be the first place that we show these live for you guys and for the public, the adoring public. So super, super fired up about it. Can't wait.
Very, very cool. Tell us a little bit about the setup that you guys are going to have down there.
Yeah. So essentially, we're gonna have the M66, 2 M23s bi-amplified for a massive amount of power to drive the new Rubicore 8s, which is going to be the top end of that series. And then we're going to be using 4 of the K14 Dolly K14 flagship subwoofers. With that said, we will fully Dirac live that room and bass management that room, so it'll be totally dialed in for the space. And of course, we will do all of our live streaming with Qobuz through the state-of-the-art Blue OS system. The Blue OS system is the backbone of most of what we do these days. And the Blue OS system is built into the M66, so it's ready to go. And that's what we'll be doing. We'll be rocking all weekend with that, and come out and hear us on the first floor.
Absolutely, it's going to be a totally awesome system. Like you said, you guys are going to be showing off Qobuz or using Qobuz. Last year, David, if you remember, we did a panel session. I think we're going to do it again this year. And right afterwards, you did a flash DJ session. I think at each one of those partners that were on your panel. And so I think you got some commitments already here with Bowers and with NAD and team. You know, they're going to be wanting you to come by and bring the crowds to the.
You better come by, David.
We always enjoy. Blue Sound is such a great partner with us. They have been since we came into the country, and you know, these guys deserve a lot of credit, and it's really a lot of credit that they don't get a lot of times. And that how many? Well, I can tell you, I can count the number of companies that I know that have started a streamer from ground up. That's what these guys did. You just don't do that. Nobody does that. And it's one of the most dependable. It always works. I've got it's actually a a Node 2 that I've had for, I don't know, 5-6 years now, and there's never been one instance that it's glitched or not worked or not seen Rune or not been on the network. You guys have done a spectacular job. I know that you had it was a little bit of a rough start for the first 2 or 3 years, but you guys just persevered, and I think everyone in the industry is amazed at what you guys actually pulled through it.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and you're right. It's an amazing task that Lenbrook put on themselves to build this brand and this operating system. But the fact that we've got full control of the software, the app, all the products as well, we keep just making it better and better. In fact, we'll have in the future direct live on board some Blue Sound, and we can actually retrofit into some of the older products as well. So yeah, it's a huge success, and I'm so proud of the company and so glad to be a part of it. So thanks, David. Yeah, man. Appreciate
And
it.
then last thing, I mean, I know we're kind of running out of time, but it should be known there's a lot of musicians in this industry, and Travis is one heck of a trombone. We got to jam a few years ago at an HTSA event, and we had such a great time. He was actually the band leader, and we had hired a couple of other horn sections, and when anybody wanted to do anything, everybody looked at Travis as, okay, what should we do now? And he just like popped into that role. But this is a guy that not only is, sells things that make music, he's a musician. He's a real and he's a very good musician. So get a lot in this side, you got a lot of people that their vocation is their advocation, and Travis is certainly one of those. So I can't wait to come and hear your awesome demos and listen to this to some of the new NAD and the new dollies. The dollies are spectacular.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
You're still a gigging musician, right? Tell us a little bit about the band you're in.
Yeah, I'm the band leader right now for a band called Mobile Funk Unit out of Columbia, Missouri. And in fact, this weekend we are opening up for the Dirty Dozen Brass Band here in Columbia for a festival, and I just can't wait. I'm so excited. We're a 12-piece mobile band, so we can cruise through festivals and special events and parties, and it's just a blast. And being able to jam with David in the past on his drum set, and being able to play bass and trombone, and we've had some good times together, haven't we, Dave? It's been awesome.
Yeah.
We have to bring that back next year. Like I said, we got Lincoln Theater this year. If we lock it down again for next year, maybe we bring that back Thursday night and kick off the show. A lot of the industry vets who are also, side musicians or failed musicians and so forth.
Yeah, I think everybody's got an instrument. There's one thing we can all play, and that's the stereo.
True.
Yeah, a quick question. Someone asked Rubicore, what is this? Maybe you can walk through really quick on the Dolly side, core and the lineup and what that means for folks who aren't as
Yeah. So Dolly is a 42-year-old company now, like I said, out of Denmark, and they make all of their premium high-end stuff right there in Denmark. In fact, they procured a furniture company, a furniture manufacturing facility a few years back, and so they're making all their premium stuff now. They launched a new speaker called the Dolly Core just about a year and a half, less than 2 years ago. Beautiful, very large, taller and heavier than me, incredible sounding flagship speaker. And then this last year we launched the Epicor 11s, and now that core technology and nomenclature is falling into what used to be Rubicon, and it's now the Rubicore series. And that's what we're going to be showing at Audio Advice Live. And then you'll be seeing more of that as we go later into the year. And without saying too much, I don't want Jason Zeidel to get too upset with me letting any cats out of the bag, but that's really where Dolly is headed. It's always been a really fantastic brand, but they're really reaching high for these new series and these new products that they're bringing out. So I'm super excited for you guys to hear them, and I know the public is just going to love them.
Awesome, we are too. Nick, what can you tell us about the video side that they're going to have down there, or just all?
They're doing 2-channel all down there, but they're going to have the M66, which is a piece that I will say that Scott has been who's our CEO, has just been in love with. So I'm super excited. I haven't got to hear it in person yet. And so it's one of those pieces that I've had my fingers crossed. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you know what? And we were excited. I think next year we're going to probably tackle a Dolly Phantom series theater. But this year we decided because the Rubicors are coming out and they're just brand new, this was the way to make a splash at your showcase, guys. So we're going to do that this year.
Awesome. Well, Travis, you guys also were kind enough to offer up a giveaway here for folks on the live stream today. Maybe you can tell everybody a little bit about what you guys are giving away. And our winner is going to be Nathan. I'm going to hopefully I say that right. Truesdell. Said I've traveled to study at several audio expos over the last year.
All right. Nathan is a great guy. I met him at Audio Advice a couple of years ago.
Very cool.
And he's probably traveled to half dozen shows over the last couple of years, and we always get together with he and his wife. And
very cool.
Great, awesome guy. So I'm so glad to see Nathan
awesome.
Nathan winning these.
Awesome.
Indeed, Nathan, congratulations. These are the new Dolly IO12s, active noise canceling headphones. They're really cool, and what I love about them is they have a special shape that really fit around the ear cup. They cup around the ear really well. They're super comfortable. On the many, many planes that I have to ride on, these things are my go-to. The Dolly IO12. Check out Dolly's website for more of the technology, but we'll have these pairs on site at the show as well for people to see, touch, hear, feel, and all that good stuff. So
awesome. Well, Travis, thanks so much for joining us. And again, give our best to everyone on the team at Lenbrook. We're super excited to see you guys here just a couple of weeks at Audio Advice Live.
Jonathan, thank you, man. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Travis.
Take care, Nick. Thanks, David.
David, Nick, I think we covered a lot in the last 53 minutes.
We did, but there's a couple of things we didn't cover that you probably should mention. While you did have some really cool people on the show, that's just scratching the surface. I mean, how many rooms are you guys going to have? I never did get the final.
I think we have over 80 different brands, over 50 different experience rooms between the ballrooms and the rooms in the tower. So we'll be a lot. And again, covering everything from, headphones, sound bars, powered speakers, all the way up to, GTZ 380 and Nautilus speakers and, Macintosh, you name it, right? We're going to have the heavy artillery as well. So everything.
So also that not just Kevin and Alan and Mark, those kind of people, not just those guys, you're looking at the same kind of personnel from all of these companies. That's the thing that totally blew me away. You just don't see, you can go to any of the shows in the United States and you never see this level of people. So you guys, kudos, because nobody can get these guys to, get out from behind their desks, and you guys have got them front and center. So I'm really proud of you, and congratulations. You've done
well. We appreciate it. Like I said, we just had absolutely tremendous support from all of our partners. We're fortunate enough to be part of Audio Advice, starting with Leon, 4 decades ago. And of course, Scott, who's really taken the baton and he's entrusted us, myself, Nick, and team. And we got a great team. You'll see, we bring in the entire company. Audio Advice, we have 2 stores. We have some news to share coming soon on that. But right now in Raleigh and Charlotte, but we really have a national team. We have folks from all over the country on our e-com team, on our marketing team, and we bring everybody from our team, almost 100 employees, to Raleigh for the show. It's great camaraderie. It's a great way for our employees to interact with our key partners and our customers. And so it's going to be absolutely a ton of fun. David, you were kind enough, as I mentioned, to say that you would give away a 1-year subscription to Qobuz. Do you have someone in mind for that?
No. I haven't been looking at who's been around, like throw a dart and hope they don't have Qobuz already.
I'm going to let Nick take that one, and I'll announce the winner of our Peachtree M24 powered speakers. So this is going to go to Gary Thompson. Gary Thompson. He said, an awesome time last year. I have tickets and a room reservation for this year. So Gary, thanks so much for supporting the show last year. We can't wait to welcome you back this year. Be sure to stop by and say hello. It's going to be a ton of fun. Again, August 2nd through the 4th this year at the Sheraton Hotel in Raleigh. We've got that code that I'm sure we've dropped in the comments if you want to join us in person. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to do this every week for the next 4 weeks to really unpack everything that you'd expect to see. So join us again next week. Nick, who you got for that Qobuz subscription?
Oh, man, I always get put on the spot. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use They probably already have a Qobuz subscription, but
Give them another 12 more.
Phonics audio. I trust musicians and audio. So that's good enough for me. So if you don't have a Qobuz subscription, you already should, but here's a free one for a year.
Well, again, big thanks to Alan and Andrew from Martin Logan, and Kevin Zara, of course, from Masimo and all of the brands that they represent. Marcus from the Premium Audio Company, and Travis from Lenbrook for joining us. David, again, thank you so much for being such a big advocate and such a great partner and such a great advocate for the show. It certainly means a lot. It's been great having you on the show, and can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
See you then, man. It's a total honor.
Awesome. Nick, thanks again for joining us. Thanks to everyone who's joined us from all over the country and all over the world, really. It's been fantastic to see everyone. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of this, and we look forward to doing it again next week. We will see you there.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.